Hey, what's up folks? My name is Roke. I'm here today to bring you the last Dark and Light analysis video. This one is going to be on the spells, the coolest spells this video is titled, and it showcases off some pretty cool stuff. And looking at this video again, I now have it clear in my mind that mages are probably going to be the bread and butter of any PvP group, because these spells are incredibly powerful. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first one we got here is the Wisp spell. Damn. And it is a confirmation that we do consume regents. You can see there at the top, Stone of Light magic was consumed. So luckily those high level spells won't be, instant cast all the time. You'll have to actually gather those regents if you want to cast those spells. And you can only do it in a certain amount of time, of course. Ooh, bring it back, bring it back. One thing I noticed but wasn't quite sure of is this rock on the right side. I'm not sure what kind of, that looks like a resource node, but I'm not sure if that's a regular one or a special one of some kind. It looks like it has some special qualities to it though. So we'll have to see what happens with that. They might release some information on the resource system. I know personally that it goes in tiers, but it might be similar to Albion Online system where it goes by tiers, but there's sub tiers where there's the sub tiers would be special ingredients, like let's say the tier 4 in Albion is iron. So 4.2, that'd be a first sub tier of it. That's green iron, which I don't know what you'd really call it. It's rare iron, that's what it is. Or wait, is it rare? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait, it's either uncommon or rare. Either way. And then 4.3 is the other one, uncommon or rare. But anyway, it might be like that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Looking forward to knowing more about that material system. Because we know we know we've got a building system, and the materials that we put in the building will matter, hopefully. So now we got to look at the spell system. You can already see that this person has a couple spells already. His Fireball, Ice Arrow, Blizzard. I'm pretty sure that's Flame Wall, and that looks like a Meteor spell or something like that. I don't think I've seen that one cast yet. Let's check it out. I am loving the animation on that Fireball. I'm strongly considering playing a wizard, or mage rather, because that just looks amazing. Let's just look at that one more time. Damn, that looks great. Oh my god. I mean, as far as RPGs go, and the magic that I've seen in the past, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen, I'd say that looks pretty damn good. Oof. Man, show me a game that has better magic than that, please. Damn, don't say Skyrim. Don't you fucking say Skyrim. Alright. Skyrim don't count. You can mod it. Put enough mods in that thing and it'll be better than anything. So this next one is going to be the Flame Wall. This is really cool too. Love the animation and the sound effect. That's pretty sweet. I think someone was commenting earlier that the sound of the flame wall going up was like a arc campfire being lit. I think that was Death's Proxy. Pretty sure that was Proxy. Now, I'm not sure what this one is, but we got those flame particles again. Ugh. Those flame sprinkles. It's kind of weird. Not sure if that's supposed to be a thing, but it's a little distracting, to say the least. I'm also not sure why this music started playing as soon as he casted the spell. Because see, it looks like he casted Lightning Hands, but he had a flame staff out. Then the music started playing. And I remember Horsechoke saying something about being able to customize the spells that you put into staves. So I don't know what the music's gonna do, but looks like a pretty cool flame wall. What is that? Of course, you got the lightning spell. Lightning strike. This magic's looking pretty good. Mages are definitely going to be the bread and butter of PvP. You can already see that right now. It's going to be pretty hard for a warrior, especially one holding a two-handed sword, to take those guys out, especially if they're moving fast. Most of these spells are insta-cast, The ones that aren't, they're like 1-2 second cast, so there's gonna be, you know, a lot of mobile mages running around casting some really powerful shit. Got a little frame rate lag there when you casted that spell, but that one did look pretty good though too. I like the look of the ice spells. You're probably going to see a lot of ice spells going on during a fight as well, because that's probably going to be the best way to deal with melee. If it gives a status effect, like frozen, or lightning would, you know, give electrocuted or flame burning kind of thing. Hoping that's how it works. We got to see the PvP. And then you get the levitate. It's my favorite one. God, look at that. Dang. Hold up. Can we get a replay? Can we get a replay? See, this is my favorite spell because when I first started hearing about Dark and Light and heard that there was going to be like dark magic, dark and light magic, I instantly thought I'm gonna have to have some form of dark magic on my person at all times. Having this would be fantastic because I could think of so many uses for a huge boulder. You know, it's just one of those things you never think about actually having in the palm of your hand, relatively speaking. But once you get it, you're like, wow, I can actually do a lot with this, you know? You know, the possibilities that open up. Man, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. So yeah, mages are going to be really powerful. I know they said that this game is going to be magic based from the very beginning. That was never a secret. Horseshoe has said that. But wow, so these guys are going to be heavy hitters. I mean, throwing boulders. Probably going to be able to cast meteors down from the sky. If you take a look at the MMORPG video, there is, like right out the gate, once he creates his character and walks out the city gates of Vardo, he makes a little comment about the meteor that's coming down from the sky. It made me think there's probably a spell where you cast down a meteor too. There's got to be, right? And it's probably a really powerful spell at that. But yeah, this looks really nice. Now, of course, they do have some, all in all, I wanted to give my 2 cents of what I've seen today and analyzed today. They do have some optimization issues to work through, of course. Some particle effects, I guess I'd call it, on that fire. I guess that's what it's called. I'm not sure if I can call that graphical. But the sprinkles... Wait, let me just skim through here. It's that part. Yeah, see this is a little distracting, but I mean, maybe it's supposed to be that way and I'm just crazy. I'm not sure. But oh yeah, that and the breathing, of course. Everyone knows about the breathing. Got to do something about that, or just, if not, I'm gonna have to have my sound down, you know, relatively low. But that breathing, it gets pretty distracting. I mean, really. I'm glad there's a wisp spell for illuminating the light around you as well, or illuminating the area around you. It's going to be really handy in caves, which I am also looking forward to the cave gameplay. I want to know what's down in those caves. I want to know if underground building is still a thing. I want to know if floating island building is still a thing, or if it ever was a thing to begin with, because I don't actually remember. I know there have been some talk about it, and early on, Horse did say, you know what, don't even quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. I think he said that we were able to build on floating islands. But I know for a fact, underground building was a thing. So I hope that is still a thing in this current build and will be a thing in EA. Because when you can start building underground, magical things can happen. Mages are going to be so powerful in PvP. Hoping we also get some archery gameplay too to see how that's going to turn out. See, this is why, this is probably why Horse said, even if you're not a mage, you want to have some sort of magical, you know, magical abilities on hand. Probably staves too, because this stuff is a little bit too powerful to pass up. Imagine Darkfall, like if you've ever played Darkfall. People will, they'll always be using magic during a fight in Darkfall. It doesn't matter what. You got health to stamina, stamina to mana, mana to health, I'm pretty sure it was. You got your transfers, you got your fireballs. What else you got? Oh, I can't remember what that spell is called. It's some kind of needle that you throw at people and it drains their health. But you got all kinds of stuff you could do with Darkfall, magic wise. No matter what kind of character you were playing, whether it was archer, warrior, doesn't matter. You always had some form of magic on you at all times in Darkfall. And same thing, well, not same thing, but sometimes in Mortal you would see hybrids, and hybrids could actually do a lot. The mages too. The mages were like, you okay. Not a lot of people played mages in Mortal, but it was kind of like you had to have them there. You needed at least one or two people in the back lines healing and casting spells, because if not, first of all, nobody's healing. People are going to be dead. People are going to die pretty easily, in fact. And if the other side has healers, then you're going to have to either focus those healers or you're going to have a hell of a time winning that fight. Same thing with Albion. That's another recent one that I've played, and it's another recent one that has, come out, so to speak. But mages were really important in that game. In fact, mages were a while back in one of the previous betas that they had, or alphas. I don't remember what to call it actually, because they've had so many. But I mean, ice mages, for instance, they were the most powerful people on the battlefield. Their blizzards would tear through lines. I mean, I was in a guild called Aegis, and we had this ice mage named Torx. Anytime Torx was on the battlefield, it was so crazy. My name was Poet in the game, but I was like a frontliner, but I was really ballsy frontliner. But I was also careful, so I would be backing up if we started to get overwhelmed. But if Torx casted a blizzard, then I would instantly turn around and charge into the line, because I know people were gonna die and I would be safe inside his blizzard. No matter what happened, none of the enemy team would be stepping in his blizzard, because if they did, they'd be dead. So magic has always been, really powerful, really, really required in any form of PvP and even PvE in most games. And I'm looking forward to the magic we're going to be seeing in Dark and Light. It looks really nice. I'm loving the look of this. I think they can take this really far. So yeah, that was the spells video. This is the last video I'm going to be doing for a little while, because I just did 5 videos in a day. I've never done that before. But I hope you folks enjoyed them all. Please let me know what you thought. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm loving what they've been doing with the game so far. I hope it continues. I hope they're able to deliver. And the last thing I wanted to say is, if you're still unsure about Dark and Light, here's the thing. If the player count ends up being like less than 100 or even 100, for instance, I don't think they're actually going for that massive multiplayer feel here. I think what they're going for is an RPG, take a single player RPG, your favorite single player RPG, and then open the limits of that to where it's not just you in that, but it's your friends. And then it's not just your friends and you in there, it's random people too. That would be an entirely different experience than if you were just playing that single player RPG by yourself. I think that's the type of experience they're trying to create. Like I was saying earlier today, like so many single player, well, not a lot of single players RPGs have actually tried it, because none of them have been able to do it, incorporate multiplayer to that amount, or to that, size. ESO tried it, failed. I mean, people still play it, but I mean, it's just dead. I mean, you get into ESO today, you'll probably get 1 bar per faction in the Blackwater campaign if you're lucky. I mean, well, all it's going to show up is 1 bar, but you'll never get like 2 bars unless you're in Aldmeri Dominion and it's like 3 in the afternoon or something, and then you get 2 bars for an hour. But I mean, I think they're going for, like a online RPG feel, which is exactly what they've been advertising the game as. And even if it ends up being really similar to Ark, which of course there are similarities, obviously we've seen those, it's still going to be, I feel, a masterpiece if they're able to pull off this single player or this online RPG feel they got going. Because thinking back, I've been trying to think back all day to where I've seen something like this, and I haven't. Okay, I absolutely haven't. The most medieval that I felt in Ark was crafting a sword and using that periodically before I found out it was complete shit in PvP. And all you should really be using in PvP is wooden clubs or pikes or fucking guns, for that matter, or your dinosaur. You know, it didn't hit home to what I needed and to what I'm sure a lot of people need too. And I think this game is really going to hit it home for that. So keep sticking with it. If you're a fan of the genre, if you're a fan of the theme, if you're not, just, no one's forcing you to buy it. It's personal choice. It's always been personal choice. No one's gonna come to your house on the day of release and say, "Where's my money, bitch?" Like, it's personal choice. Okay, so don't stress about it too much. If you like what you're seeing, then keep looking at it. And if you want to wait until after the game comes out to read the reviews, if you're not sure, or watch the videos, I know I'm buying into it because I've been following it for so long. I've never been this invested in a game before in my life, so I have to buy it. I have to check it out, and probably gonna play it for a long time, whether I want to or not. It's just I'm really invested in this game now. It's just I can't really go back now. I think I eat, sleep, and breathe Dark and Light now. So it's hard for me to kind of shake that off. That's all I really think about when it comes to gaming. So, but yeah, I know for other people this could probably seem like a slippery slope, this game, because there's been so many failures before this. Not even failures like this, but just failures in general. But yeah. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching once again. I hope you like this video. And please be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. See you, folks.